Alright guys, part 3. The beans, peas, whatever you guys want to call them. Open them up real quick. Put that piece of lemon in there, in the fridge. See what they look like. I hope they're in good shape. Don't need that anymore. Yeah, I think they're pre-washed. They're pre-washed also. Yes, yeah. I think we just need to take take the ends off of them here, and then we're gonna put some hot water into the pot here, and we're gonna boil them until they're nice and soft. Alright, put some salt in it. Goes up there. Get your salt water. Put it back here. Let's cut off the ends of them. Put these guys there. With a knife. Put them to the side. You can put 4 of them beside each other. You can put 3 beside each other. It doesn't really matter. As long as they are nice and even at the end. Let's go for 3. Even them out at the ends here. Like that. Same on the other side. And you should have something like this. The ends are cut off. Same on the other side there. Yeah. That's what you want. You want to cut the ends off them because they're not good. They're scrap ends. As long as you have that, you're pretty much good to go. Now, let's cut up the rest. I don't know how far the camera. Here we go. Let's you can put them there. Camera down a little bit. That will work, I hope. As long as the camera won't fall into the sink. Alright. I have here 4 beside each other. I hope you guys can see that. Like that. Then what you want to do, you want to turn them around, get all the ends together. Yep. And cut. And then you have something like that. Let's do the rest of them. Camera is nice and close, I guess. You want to level the ends here. Cut the ends off. Don't need that. That's scrap. Then you want to turn them around. Like that. Put the ends together and boom. You have something like that, guys. Something like that. Let's do them all. You cut them all. Put them together. Put the ends off. Bring the ends together. And if you have something like this end here, you can be generous enough and cut it off. Like that. Then you have 2 pieces left. Cut the ends off them. that you end up with something like that. You want to have your vegetables nice and clean, right? Then line them up at the other end, like that. Line them up. You want to be greedy as possible when cutting off these ends. So, line them up. Cut the ends off. Other way around. Line them up again. Cut the ends off. And you should end up with something like this. Something like that. Okay, line your ends up again. Line them up. Like that. And you're good. You're good to go. And you can pile them on that side then. I'm not sure. I might do a video on some tips and tricks on how to cut stuff. I might do that on a separate video actually. How to cut stuff and where to cut, how to cut. If you're working with meat, if you're working with vegetables, I might show that in a separate video, guys. Show how to cut vegetables in a separate video, how to cut meat in a separate video. If you guys want to see that, let me know in the comments below. If you guys are interested. So, put the inside of them, turn it around, line them up. Here we have a shorter piece. How can you see that? That is a shorter piece, as you guys can see. So line it up with the other two, and you have that. And cut the inside of them. And grab a couple more and do the same thing over and over until you're done. Line them up. Here, cut the inside of them. Grab 3 more. Line them up with one another or beside each other. Cut the inside of them. And then you turn them around and you line up the other end like that. Start cutting them off and cut them on the pile here. One more to go. Cut that end off. Cut it off, and you're done. And you can throw that away. You don't need it. I'm gonna put them into the bowl here. So I have here, that is a meat knife because it's nice and bendy. You can bend it. You can also use it for cutting fish. Fish off the skin. You have a long fish fillet and you want to get the skin off it, you can cut the fish right off the skin by cutting. You need to hold your blade nice and flat on the skin and keep cutting along like that. And then you need to grab the skin when you're here with the knife. You want to do that motion when you're cutting the fish meat off the skin. You grab the skin here. You want to do that kind of motion here when you're cutting the fish meat right off the skin. If you want to get rid of it, if you don't like skin, you can cut it off. If you like the skin, I recommend you guys to leave it on. You have a nice crust on your skin when you're baking it in the pan. So I have a bigger knife here for chopping up vegetables. That's not bendy at all. That's also a stainless steel. That is a stainless steel. They will never rust. The stainless steel knives, these are nice and sharp. They will never rust. You will have them for a lifetime. Same with the bowl here, the stainless steel bowl. You have that for a lifetime. Stainless steel will never rust. So I use that big knife here for chopping up vegetables. You can cut meat into cubes with this. You can also use that knife for cutting smaller items into cubes. But this big knife here for chopping up vegetables and or meat, what have you. And then I have another stainless steel knife which is braided. You can use that for cutting bread. It is a braided stainless steel knife. But it's also very flexible as well. That's a really sharp knife. You can see there it's nice and braided. Look on the side there, and how good the camera is picking, but it's braided. I think the camera is picking that up pretty good. It's a braided knife for cutting bread. It's very sharp. You don't want to get your finger in the way when you're cutting bread with this awesome bread. You can use this knife for cutting other items like maybe potatoes or another type of bread. And yeah, this knife is very sharp. You don't want to try and cut your fingers with it. What other knife do I have here? I've got a couple of other knives as well, but they're not as good as these ones here. They're not as good. I also have this knife here, which belongs to this set here. It's also a very sharp knife. So these are my knives here. That one, that's the braided one. That's for cutting the skin off the fish. You see it's very flexible. It's a flexible knife. I've seen a video on YouTube where Gordon Ramsay, he had almost the same knife as this one, but this knife was a little bit longer. He had the same one as this one. It was a little bit longer. He used it for cutting skin off the fish. So what he did was, funny was, he showed how flexible his knife was, and he cracked the blade right off of it. And that's a funny video. He cracked the blade right here in the center somewhere when he did this. He wanted to show how flexible his fish knife is. So he pressed down rather hard on the cutting board, and his blade snapped in two. Straight on the video, you can see it. You can see his blade snapping right in two. So Gordon Ramsay, if you see this, don't do that anymore, Gordon. Don't do that. All right. I thought I might show you my cutting knives here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and those 4 knives, they came in a kit. So also this knife sharpener here, belongs here to the knife set. You see it right there. You can see the company logo on here. Here it is on the braided knife. The company logo is on there. It's also on this one, on the blade. I don't know how good the camera is picking that up. It's right there. It's right there, the company logo. Here you can see it a little bit better. Here on the handle, the company logo. So this knife sharpener here belongs with this set of knives. Look at that. How cool is that? You got 1, 2, 3, 4 knives. I also have a meat fork. I don't know what that is. It's somewhere. It's probably out in the knife bag. I've got a knife purse where all the knives are inside, and the meat fork might be in there. So there's a meat fork. I'm going with a set of knives here as well. So I thought I might show you my knife, my cooking knife set, which I used for cooking back in the when I did my work experience in the restaurant, where I learned how to cook. I used these knives, and I still have them today. So I thought I would show you my awesome knife set, guys. So I'm gonna get rid of all of this. Then we're gonna turn on the hot water. We're gonna put the beans, peas in the I call them peas. We're gonna put them into the water. We're gonna boil them up until they're soft, but not that soft. They still want to have that little bit of a crunch. You don't want mush, as they say. You don't want mush in there in the hot water. You want to take them out when they still have that little biting crunch. So I'm gonna turn up the heat here. I'm gonna get rid of all of this. Come on here. They're ready to go. Then over here, get rid of this. Here you can see it's on. I'm gonna have to put the lid on, I guess. There it is. And we're gonna do a part 4. Potatoes are in here. I'm gonna take them out. I wanna see how they look. The piece of salmon. We're going to put it on here and we give the potatoes a little bit of a swirl. Wow, look at that. Alright, let's take out that piece of salmon. We're going to piece of salmon out of there. We're going to swirl these potatoes. Okay, put that piece of salmon back on, like that. Clean that up here real quick. And here they are, the potatoes. They look amazing, don't they? They look pretty amazing. They're going back into the oven for sure. They're not ready yet. Look at that. And that piece of salmon here. Look at that. That's going to taste amazing. Alright, back into the oven you go. That water is almost boiling. It's just steaming. You can see the steam there. Put the lid back on and I just clean up some stuff here. let's wait for the water to boil. I'll put the video on pause and I'll be back. When the water is boiling, then we're gonna put the beans in. Alright, I think the water is boiling. So take the lid off. It's boiling. Let's put those peas in. Leave the lid off and leave it boil. We're going to use this pan right here to bake those peas in. We're going to heat this pan up. We're going to put some butter in it. We're going to put some salt and pepper here. Salt, pepper, here, pepper and salt. And we're going to throw in some roasted garlic. I also have garlic here. We're probably going to cut some up and put it in as well. We're going to cut up some of this garlic as well. Alright. I have cut garlic? No, I don't have any cut garlic. Alright, give them a stir. So salt water to peas. I'm gonna pause the video and I'm gonna cut some garlic. Oh, 5 to 10 minutes. Here are your peas. They're in the hot water, simmering away, boiling away. We're gonna boil them until they're nice and soft here. There. Alright, we're gonna wait until they're done. We're gonna do part 5, I think it is. So here 4 or 5. I'm gonna say here, thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel, watch the videos, like the videos, do all that good stuff, and we'll see you guys in the next part. And then we're gonna do those peas here in this here pan. So thanks for watching and bye bye.